And now I think there's a Fox airdrop from the Shapeshift guys, and Hexagons are going to make millions on that too. So if anybody's listening that's a Hexagon, go see if you get your Fox airdrop for free from the Shapeshift guys, and go dump it and consider sacrificing it for the Sens Foundation, or consider sacrificing it at pulse.info for points for, free tokens in the future. Technically, you're making a political statement that you believe blockchains are speech, and speech is a protected human right. So that's what the sacrifice is, to create that set of people that's going to get free stuff. And so the sacrifice basically is a way to create a set of people of similar political mind that you want to airdrop free things to. So all these other previous airdrops had their own game mechanics as to who would get the free coins. And this is the game mechanics that I chose. You want to donate to charity, you get points. You want to sacrifice these other addresses to prove a political statement, you get points. That's the vast majority of all the points. So like the Ethereum holders are diluted by 10,000x. So if you're an Ethereum holder, you're going to get 1/10,000th of what you used to have as far as percentage ownership of the network, because you're going to be diluted by 10,000x.
And you said that it'll be next few weeks, did you say, of kind of mainnet official?
Well, code's been done for like a while, and just having done code is not enough. You need the server infrastructure to seed the network for everyone else to like pull down all the blocks, because if you want to run an archive node, you're going to have to seed, I don't know, terabyte or two. I can't even remember how much. It's about 1 or 2 terabytes of historic Ethereum data. And yeah, I mean, I'm going to lobby the devs to like cut corners, and just because it's just a test net. It doesn't matter if it fails. We don't need 100% uptime like we have everywhere else. The test net can go down. No one cares. It's not worth money. It's test net. So I'm going to try and convince the devs to like cut corners and get the testnet out quicker with just less load balancing and redundancy and DDoS protection and all that stuff. Like, just fine, don't have those things, and just get us to market quicker so we can show the code and brag about it. And then you could redo it with all that fancy crap later and have a second testnet, So I think we're going to have a couple iterations of testnets, because there's a lot of, we're doing a lot of stuff, right? Like there's a 30-day, if you get free Pulse as an Ethereum holder, you're going to get that taken away from you and deducted 30 days later, because we're not going to reward people that are, not participating. We're not going to reward apathy. We reward engagement. We don't reward apathy. So you got to test that. And then you got to test that the set of all the sacrificers, their keys work properly. And then you got to test that a bot or contract or whatever you want to call it goes and repairs all the ratios and all the automated market pairs, because Pulse is so much more plentiful than Ethereum was, that all of those, they need to have the Pulse side moved up to make up for all the extra Pulse that's in the world, so that those ratios all kind of make sense again. And there's like, I guess that about 2.5% of supply is going to need to be inflated in order to balance all those out. So yeah, so it's awesome.
Yeah, that's cool. I feel like we got a solid intro to Pulse there. So at this point now, I have some more critical questions for you. And so you point to a large part of the kind of reason for Pulse being issues with Ethereum. Lord knows Ethereum has plenty of those, fees and whatnot. I've seen this kind of rhetoric come from many other projects who try to release their own kind of smart contract platform as well. So even back to 2017, you had the likes of EOS that claimed to be, or Neo that claimed to be more scalable. In 2021, you've got the likes of Solana, and you've got Binance Smart Chain, of course. And so with all these other kind of rivals who generally haven't really kind of eaten into Ethereum that much, I would say, what would differentiate Pulse in that respect?
Well, first, I wouldn't say that they haven't eaten into Ethereum. Matic and BFC has taken huge chunks out of Ethereum. Huge.
Okay.
So there's over $8 billion of coins in Matic, last I looked. And that has admin keys, and they could steal all your money whenever they want it. Or freeze it forever, at least. That's disgusting. That's the exact opposite of why cryptocurrency was invented. So, for the record, if you want to sacrifice your Matic or a bunch of other top coins on Matic, the sacrifice phase supports it. It supports a lot of different chains. So Matic, it's just a fork of Ethereum with higher throughput, but disgusting admin keys. BSC is just a fork of Ethereum with higher throughput, but instead of rewarding the original founders of projects like Uniswap, they make copies of it and then enrich the copycats. So in our system, we bring the entire system state. So now you're enriching the original founders instead of copycats. And we come with all the coins. It doesn't launch blank. And there's no admin keys. So it's a better BSC, it's a better Matic, it's a better Ethereum. And having, if you look at the chat room alone, I have been talking about Hex for years, and there's only 25,000 people in the chat room. There's like 35,000 people in the PulseChain chat room, and it's only been open for a couple months. People understand Pulse easier because it's just like, hey, it's Ethereum, but better. When you try and explain Hex, their eyes glaze over. They're like, what? Huh? It's just crazy. They just can't seem to get it for some reason. So Pulse is an easier sales pitch. And if you look at it, I mean, Ethereum does have a larger market cap than Hex. It has a 2x larger market cap than Hex currently. And so it is currently known to be a very profitable market. And if you look at the appreciation of other coins with smaller feature sets like Matic or BSC, they've done extremely well. Even Ethereum Classic, which is a joke, is worth billions and billions and billions of dollars and gets 51% attacked all the time. No one cares. Still worth billions and billions and billions of dollars, even though it's, relatively not useful. So we're beating Ethereum 2.0 to market with a superior product. It's awesome.
Okay. And so you said as well that there's going to be, for every kind of ERC20 token, there'll be one transported over.
We'll call them PRC20s, yeah.
Okay,
PRC20,
sure.
yeah.
PRC20s. Mm-hmm. I have a question. I know you've been asked this before. I'd be interested in any kind of updated thoughts you have on this. I'm struggling to get my head around the actual kind of valuation of these coins.
Sure.
So
yeah.
Whether it's Hex or something
I got you
different,
covered.
Chainlink,
Yeah.
whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have any updated thoughts? Is it in terms of, is it rough percentage? Will it be worth roughly half on Hex or something like that? Or?
Well, I mean, so this is a really well-designed system. I've done a lot of good things here. Some countries tax you on value when you have dominion and control over it and could have sold it for money. They want tax. So it's wonderful and perfect and beautiful to receive coins when they have no value. And so if you receive your coins when they have no value, they can go up and up and up and up, and you don't have any tax unless you sell. So like Satoshi invented Bitcoin, minted 1 million coins for himself, doesn't owe any tax unless he sells. So making sure that Pulse and all of the tokens on it launch at zero value is a design consideration. We take it very seriously. Now, let's say that network's up, everyone's got their coins, they're trading around their valueless coins, and then lo and behold, the first price is found. Now, where will that price come from? I think it may come from a bridge between the Ethereum network and the Pulse network. And then someone that is trading on a pair on that bridge can decide what they're willing to part with their stuff for. So and then once one thing has value, so once Pulse has value, everything else has value that's in Uniswap, because you can route from anything on Uniswap to anything else. And so once Pulse has value, all of the PRC20s are going to have value. And then we're going to get to find out things that are truly interesting. For instance, Tether used to be fractionally reserved, might still be, but used to be, because they had $600 million seized by a Polish bank, or seized by the Polish government from a Polish bank. Still held its peg. So we have proof, we have evidence that stablecoins can hold their peg when fractionally reserved. How far fractionally reserved can a stablecoin go and still hold its peg? Can it go to zero fractional reserve? We're going to find out, because you're not going to be able to redeem your Pulse USDT for dollars. You're not going to be able to redeem your Pulse USDC for dollars. You're not going to be able to redeem your Pulse USDC or DAI for dollars, but you will be able to get the locked other tokens that allowed you to mint those. So basically, no one in the world knows what value stablecoins will have on PulseChain, but I'm willing to bet it's not zero. The stupidest coins in the universe created out of thin air that literally just changed the logo. Hey, it's Shibu Inu, Red Inu, Bikini Inu, Baby Doji Inu. You're just like, is this real life? Is this the industry that I'm in? Because this is disgusting. I hate this. You just change the JPEG, and then now it's a new thing, and you just keep changing the logo. That's what you're doing now? Yeah, that's what they're doing. So if those things have value, I would imagine that the stablecoin would have value too. And